Vanderpump Rules reunion part 3. We made it. We did it. Let's talk about it. Oh, you best believe I will go in on you in a minute, human dingleberry. Fuck. I'll start with this. Knowing that this picture was taken at the last possible second before they walked off the stage at the end. Chilling. This little turd stash was crying, hysterically crying before. Oh, and then he went right to this, smiling as if he just saw a beautiful butterfly in his morning walk to see the sunrise. Ah! I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go back to the beginning. You're right, Shishibuchi, Stanley Tucci. It is all happening. We have the Three Musketeers on one side. It was not a good look for any of them. This one comes out. Oh, and she went on to say that watching this scene was so hard. And then we had this conversation where Lala was like, you had that conversation with her while you were fucking her boyfriend? To which Tweedlefart said this.
You're talking to her like you've been
In? No.
Fine.
One time,
whatever, it doesn't matter.
And we'll come back to that at the end. Ariana then proceeded to take a hole puncher and 14 new assholes into Raquel's body. Oh my she.
You are still in love. Tom, you are in love. Yes.
You're rotten on the inside. Rotten. Like a moldy piece of fruit. Rotten.
I'll let Girly Pop do the talking. Here's some of the things she said. Ooh! Oh, these are also some of the things she said to Tom because they were just so delicious. Had the same energy as this.
Lesbian!
And then this walking skid mark decided to somehow outshit himself. This guy. These photos were taken by Jessica Simpson's father. Anyway, this fuck. You know what this hot piece of ass has in every single one of these photos besides grace and class and charisma? A fucking top, you shit. And guess what? She was fucking hot in every single one. And how you scored her for 9 years, I'll be damned. I'll be goddamn damned to know how. If she were wearing a potato sack, a onesie, footsie pajamas, you would be so fucking lucky to even come 2 centimeters from her fucking face. If you come 2 centimeters from my fucking face. Schwartz tried calling out Ariana. Failed. Because then she went on to talk about how everyone on the internet standing up for her, defending her, making her feel valued, gave her reason to keep going. She said it over and over in this reunion, and it couldn't be more true. She has 0 reason to be embarrassed or ashamed. She did nothing wrong. She is not the problem. She is the hero. And then the big twist came, and let me tell you, there's layers to it. Did we really believe that they only had sex once between August and January? No, of course not. But we get this. 6 days later, Raquel sat down for her final interview of the season, which leads me to believe this guy who does one of the worst British accents I've ever heard in my entire life.
Multiple. Yeah. I'm transgender, I know everything.
And fights as if he is a 4-year-old on the playground.
I think that held it pretty well.
Probably pulled away from Raquel after filming it. She said, yeah, I'm gonna tell you everything. Well, not really. The producer's really gonna have to pry it out of my brain. But I will eventually spill. Oh, and the cup hath runneth over because she debunked every single thing. I don't know if you remember, but douchebag behind me, he said that they only slept together once and it wasn't a reoccurring thing. And what's so fucking twisted is that she said they did do the nasty at Shishibuchi Stanley Tucci's wedding in Mexico multiple times. And if you're like, wait a second, didn't they make out in Mexico? You're right, they did. You mean to tell me that you are sleeping with Raquel while cheating on Ariana and you are encouraging Schwartz and Raquel to hook up, knowing full well that she has no intention of being with him, and in doing so, you know that it will be catastrophic to their relationship and the potential friendship they were looking to have. You were willing to let him drown to save your own ass. So I'm sure Schwartz watching this back is realizing that he too was a pawn, and his hands aren't squeaky clean. No. But he was on Jackson Brittany's podcast, and he was like, we haven't spoken in a minute. Oh, welcome. Is it because you are realizing he is a manipulative piece of shit? Could I be friends with her again? No. If I were Ariana, no, I could not. That being said, watching that, it is making me realize how manipulative this human being is. The fact that that producer was able to get her to open up in that sit-down interview for 1 day without him watching over her shows how much of a hold he had over her. And him wanting to pull her aside during the taping of the reunion, yeah, he definitely wanted to coach her. And don't you dare drink a Diet Coke ever.